Hi everybody, I am your ever loving JP sir, welcoming you all to this wonderful physics class. And today in this class, we are going to see about the difference between the series and the parallel circuit using a numerical. So we are going to solve a numerical, and so that you can understand the difference between the series and the parallel circuiting. Let us all combine together and enjoy the learning. Let us get into the class. So let me draw a series and a parallel circuit. So this is a series circuit and here a parallel circuit. Okay. I am going to connect some 3 resistances here in series to a voltage supply, and I have connected a key so that the circuit is now closed. So positive and negative terminal. Some 224 volt I am giving. Let the resistances kept over here be 2 ohm, 4 ohm and 6 ohm. Let us keep like this, so that let us find the effective resistance of this circuit, thereby how much of current is flowing in the circuit we are going to see. The same way I am going to connect a parallel circuit to a battery source, and I am closing the circuit. The same 24 volt let me give, and this circuit also let it be here 2 ohm, 4 ohm and 6 ohm. So these 3 resistances are connected here parallel to each other, whereas here the 3 resistances are connected in series to the circuit. So now the effective resistance of the series circuit is Rs, that is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, that is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6, which is 12 ohm. So the 12 ohm is the effective resistance of the circuit. The total resistance of the series circuit is 12 ohm when we give an voltage supply of 24 volt. So we can easily calculate now the current that is flowing through the circuit. If we apply Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to I into R. Thereby I is equal to V by R. I here is equal to the voltage given to the circuit divided by the effective resistance, that is 24 divided by 12, where you will get a 2 ampere current flowing here. Now the 2 ampere current flows here, it comes here, enter into the resistor, the same current comes here, enter into this resistor, the same current comes here, enter into this resistor and comes out as 2 ampere. 2 ampere of current is flowing in the circuit. So same current flows through all the resistors. let us find here the effective resistance of this circuit. 1 divided by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6. For this, we can take LCM as 12. If we take 12 as the LCM, 2 6 are 12. So 6 into 1, 6 plus 4 3s are 12, 3 into 1, 3 plus 6 2s are 12, 2. So 9 plus 11, so that is 11 by 12 is 1 by Rp. Therefore, Rp is equal to 12 by 11 ohm. This is a very small resistance when compared to this resistance here. Here it is 12 ohm, the total resistance of the circuit, whereas here it is 12 divided by 11 ohm. So when we divide 12 by 11, 11 ones are 11, 1, okay. So we can keep a point here which will not go 0, again 0. So 11 nines are 99. So an approximate of some 1.09 ohm is only flowing here. 1.09 ohm is the effective resistance of this parallel circuit. So from this we can understand here the effective resistance decreases, whereas here effective resistance increases. Effective resistance increases. So first point which we can keep like this. For the series circuit, the effective resistance increases, which is nothing but some 12 ohm, whereas for this it is just 1.09 ohm. Here the effective resistance decreases. And we can find how much of current can flow in this circuit. This is the current that flows through the circuit. If we find the current I is equal to the voltage given to this circuit. The voltage given to this circuit is 24 volt divided by Rp, where here the voltage is 24 divided by 12 by 11, that is equal to 24 into 11 by 12, that means 2. Here 22 ampere of current is flowing, but here just 2 ampere. The second point here is the current flow in the circuit decreases. That is, here it is just 2 ampere, whereas here the second point is the current flow in the circuit increases. When the effective resistance decreases, the current flow will increase. That is what is happening in the parallel circuit. In parallel circuit, the effective resistance or the total resistance for the whole circuit reduces, whereas in the series circuit, the effective resistance or the total resistance for the circuit increases. Here effective resistance increases, here effective resistance decreases. And we have also analyzed that. We have found the current which is passing through the circuit. The current that flows through this series circuit is 2 ampere of current, which flows through all the resistors. So, same current will be flowing, same current will be flowing in the circuit. But here not like that. This 22 ampere, whatever is coming here, no, this is the 22 ampere current, but this will be splitting, it is splitting. Whatever current comes here, it will split. Let us take this as I1, this is I2 and this current as I3. So, this 22 ampere of current splits up and goes to the resistances whatever is kept. So, this resistance which is having 6 ohm will take the needed amount of current what it needs for the working of the appliance. And as we have been known before that, when there is any disconnection, for example, if there happens a disconnection over here, nothing will be passing over here, no current will pass. So, the whole circuit will get affected. In case of disconnection, it affects the whole circuit. The whole circuit will not work. But here, if any disconnection happens over here, for example, there is a disconnection here, nothing will happen to the circuit, only this resistance will not work, whereas these two will work. Here, the disconnection affects the whole circuit, here not like that. The disconnection, whatever is happening, is affecting the circuit which is connected parallel to the other resistances. So, this is also one major point what we have to look in the series and parallel circuiting. And the fourth point is, what we can analyze over here is only one switch can be kept here. In this series circuit, we can give only one switch, but here in this case, not like that. We can keep, if we want a switch here, if we want another switch for this resistance, we can keep, and if we want another switch here, we can even keep. Now, all the three resistances or the appliance will be working if the individual switches are switched on. So, the third point and the fourth point is, fourth point, individual switches can be kept for each appliance. And the third point is, in case of disconnection, it only affects the particular connection. So, it only affects the particular connection. So, these are all the main thing which we have to consider when we are connecting the series and the parallel circuit. That is why in household wiring we are preferring the parallel circuiting. The parallel circuit is having its own advantage. Main advantage of parallel circuiting is the effective resistance decreases. The whole circuit decreases the effective resistance, thereby it increases the current flow. When current flow increases, automatically the wanted current can be taken by each and every appliance whatever is kept according to the resistances what it is having. If here it is having only less resistance, so more current can pass through this appliance. So, whichever appliance is having very less resistance, there more current can pass. Out of the 22 ampere of the whole current in the circuit, the current will be splitting according to the need. I hope that you all have enjoyed this class, and I hope that you have got very useful information regarding the series and the parallel circuit. Let us meet in the next class with another concept. Thank you for watching.